Hello, David Heap here for a new year of mindfulness stretching. By golly, term 1, lesson 1, 2021. Wow. Okay, so in a moment we'll just get into it. It's great to have you back along. I'm feeling really excited about presenting this class today, which is great. Okay, where are we at? Firstly, the safety briefing. If something feels wrong in what we're doing today, then it is wrong. Don't go to a place where your body's not feeling comfortable to go. It's really important as part of what we do for your body to be able to release and relax and extend on the exhaling breath. So you have to be in a place where your body's comfortable. If anything feels wrong, just let me know. In addition to that, if you find any of the poses difficult or they really don't work to you, reach out to me and we'll be able to work through it one-to-one. We could do a Zoom or something and just work out some ways to maybe make it a little bit better for you. Anyway, the offer's there. Be great. I'd be very happy to help you out if you need that little bit of extra assistance. So what we're going to be doing here is we're going to be extending in relaxation. We're going to be doing relaxation stretching. So the muscles are going to be extending as we exhale, as we relax. It's not an exertion stretching. We're not going to be ripping the muscles longer and drawing one end away from the other end to extend the muscle. We'll be going with the relaxation extension. So this relaxation extension is going to relax your body. It's going to individually where we're going to work around the body to relax individual parts. And one of the great things about this is your mind will actually be experiencing the relaxation as the muscles are relaxing. So this is one of the great ways that we down ramp the frequency modulation of the brain as you're experiencing it. And as we down ramp that frequency modulation from say 40 hertz down to about 15 to 20 hertz, that takes us out of the full processing, comprehension, and intellectual endeavor frequency modulation down into a more relaxed, steady state, 15 to 20 hertz, the alpha theta relaxation cycles. Okay, that's the plan. I think it works. Lots of people do as well. I was just noticing that some people have been coming to me for 40 terms, which I reckon is amazing. 400 lessons. Wow. Okay, thank you to those folks, by the way. Okay, so look, the first sequence that we do is called the Daily 5. They're really super gentle stretches. They don't even feel like stretches. They're more of a stop, leave the rest of the world behind, close the door on the rest of the world, and just let's come and catch up with a steady state and being in our body. Later on, just as a warning, I am going to be using the wall. I'm going to be putting my back up against the wall and doing a stretch while I'm seated against the wall. So you might want to just bear that in mind. Okie dokie. So the first thing we're going to do is a forward bend. Let me just adjust my camera. That's about where we want it to go. So as I said, this one's a really, really gentle pose. It's not really a stretch even. We start with our hands under our knees up, knees together, and we just drift on right back to the back of the sitting bones and allow the chin to come down to the chest. So it's a nice, easy opening, forward bending kind of a process. Feel how, as you take a big breath in, the shoulders lift a fraction as you inhale. And then as you exhale, the body will gently round forward and the chin will come down to the chest. Another one of those, a nice big breath in. Feel how the body wants to lift a fraction, the shoulders draw up a fraction as you inhale. And then as you exhale, allow the body to soften and yield and round through and forward as you exhale. Nice big breath in and feel how you might be drifting forward on your sitting bones as the torso flattens and the shoulders lift on inhalation. And then yielding as you exhale, rounding forward. To finish, you can use the arms to draw the shoulders a little bit further in towards the knees. And there we are. That's the first bit. So from there, we can release and yield and come away and out from there. The next thing we're going to be doing is a backward bend, really simple little backward bend. So we're going to have, so the legs can go however you want. They can be folded up, they can be extended. Mine are more comfortable folded up. Now, just let me demonstrate what we're going to do. We're going to lift the chest towards the ceiling. If you're happy for your head to loll back, let the head loll back. But if it's not comfortable to do so, just look forward. You can still get a nice backward bend lifting the chest. Okay, so with the hands out back behind you, allow the weight of the shoulders to push down on the hands. And as you take a big breath in, feel the chest lifting towards the ceiling. It's that rounding backwards. Feel the chest rounding the spine backwards as you inhale. And then allow the weight of the shoulders to push down on the hands as you exhale. Another nice big breath in. Feel for the movement as the chest lifts proud towards the ceiling on inhalation. And then again, allow the weight of the shoulders to push down on the hands as you exhale. Last one here. Lift the chest, lift the chin up and away from the chest a fraction as you inhale. Allow the weight of the shoulders to push down on the hands as you exhale. And there you have it. That's all we need to do for there. From there, we can roll up, shoulder forward. And we can come away out from there. And that's our work done for our backward bend. Moving right along. The next thing we're going to do is a bend for the side of the torso. Let me just quickly run through it before you join me. So we're going to take a hand to the side of the body and we're going to go up and over. My eye gaze is looking forward with my ear coming down to the low shoulder. So, but what I want to just run through with you in a little bit of detail is the positioning of this hand. Let me show the side on view. We're going to want the elbow to come in towards the hip as it bends. Now, if the elbow goes backwards, it really folds up over the tips of the fingers. It's really very unpleasant there. So what I find to make that really easy is if we turn the fingers back a little bit, that helps the elbow come in towards the hip. Towards the hip. Lastly, if the arm is uncomfortable up high, don't have it up high. Just swing it down to a place that's more comfortable. You can rest it on the top of the head, but that can bring extra stresses into the head. If it's uncomfortable, just roll it down to the low shoulder or wherever works for you. So with a hand to the side of the body, we're going to take the other arm up and over and allow the ear to drift down towards the shoulder. Have a look forward, try and take your eye gaze forward. And then we're going to bring our attention to the breath. As you take a big breath in, feel the ribs opening on the high side of the body as you inhale. And then allow the elbow to yield in towards the hip as you exhale. Just drift over a fraction as you exhale. Nice big breath in, feel the ribs opening as you inhale. And then yield, drift over as you exhale. Last one of those. Nice big breath in. Feel the ribs opening on the high side of the body as you inhale. And then yield the elbow in towards the hip as you exhale. Great. That's all we're doing. So roll this top arm forward. And then we can roll out of there and come away, out from there. And then we'll move on and do the second side. Okie dokie. Again, we'll have a hand to the side of the body, rotating the hand so the fingers are pointing backwards a little bit. And then taking the other arm up and over and just sinking on over towards the hand on the floor. That's the process here. Looking for a stretch in the high side of the arm. If that high arm is uncomfortable, you can sling it down to the low shoulder. As you take a nice big breath in, feel the ribs on the high side of the body opening as you inhale. And then sink on over towards the hand on the floor as you exhale. Another one of those. Nice big breath in and feeling the gaps opening between the ribs as you inhale. Before yielding, drifting over as you exhale. Lastly, last one of those. Nice big breath in. Feel the ribs opening as you inhale. And yielding, drifting over as you exhale. Great, that's all we're doing. So roll that top shoulder forward. And we can come out from there, and we're all sorted and done. And that's the third part of our 5-part plan. Okay, so we've been forwards, backwards, sideways. Now we're going to do a rotation of the spine. Let me quickly just run through with you how that works, because there's one little particular trick in here that's unlike other practices, but it's a really important one. So we're going to start by lying on our back and drawing a knee in towards the armpit. There's no trick there. So just watching for a moment while I go through the process. So we draw the knee into the armpit. And then we're going to take this knee over to the other side of the body. So the right knee is coming over to the left side of the body. It's going to bring a stretch either into your buttock or the side of the rib cage. So that's what we're looking to do. Now this top foot, it has to touch down somewhere, anywhere but up here. Up here is just, for a number of reasons, really makes the stretch hard. So just touch it down somewhere. Doesn't matter where. I'm going to ask you to feel for this top hip moving backwards and forwards. So as you take a breath in, the top hip will move back towards the floor. And then as you exhale, it will roll over. Tightening on inhalation and then yielding. So that's what I'll be getting you to look for. And then to finish, we'll roll the arm over the body. But I haven't detailed the importance of the trick here. So what we do as we enter the stretch, as we take the leg over, we need to lift the hips clear of the floor and then swing the hip under. We want to land on the outside of the edge of the hip. So we lift and swing under. That keeps our spine nice and straight. If we don't lift and swing the spine under, we end up rolling over on the hips. And that just makes it for quite an uncomfortable pose in the lower part of the spine. So lift. This is the way we do it. Lift and swing under. Then we go over for rolling out. Okay, let's see how we go. Now we'll kick off. So starting with the knee being drawn into the armpit. So you might be feeling hopefully a stretch through here into the buttock. That's what we're trying to turn off right now. So feel how as you take a big breath in, the knee wants to push away into the hands as you inhale. And then as you exhale, allow the knee to draw through towards the armpit. Another one of those. Nice big breath in. The knee tightens away into the hands as you inhale. And then yields the knee coming through towards you as you exhale. Third one of those. We work in patches of 3. Nice big breath in. Tighten the knee into the hands as you inhale. And yielding, allowing the knee to come through towards you as you exhale. Great work. There you go. That's the first bit. That's where we unlock the buttock. Now we're going to do this rotation. So here it is. We're going to lift the hip, swing the hip under, and take that knee that we drew into the armpit across the side of the body. So we're looking to try and keep the shoulder. We've got a lifting shoulder here, the one that's trying to roll up and over with the hip. Trying to keep that low to the floor. And now we've got the top foot touching down somewhere. We've got a hand on that top knee and we're just taking a couple of breaths. Feel how the top hip wants to roll back towards the floor as you inhale. And then yielding, the hip will roll over as you exhale. Again, another nice big breath in, feeling that top hip rolling back towards the floor. And then yielding the hip, rolling over as you exhale. Last one of those. Feel for the nice big breath in, try to take the hip back towards the floor. And then rolling over as you exhale. Great, that's the work. Then, so roll the extended arm over the body. And we will come away out from there and move on to the second side. Now, look, there are loads of points of form with that. So don't get all caught up if you didn't get all the points of form. It's not crucial to have them all, but over time, it'll be great if they mainly make sense to you. So again, we'll draw a knee in towards the armpit. And we'll just feel that knee moving with the breath. Feel how the knee wants to tighten and push away into the legs as you inhale. Before yielding, releasing, coming through towards you as you exhale. Another nice big breath in, the tightening of the knee into the hands. And then the yielding of the leg towards the armpit as you exhale. Thirdly, last one of those, a nice big breath in, tightening on inhalation. And yielding the knee coming through towards you as you exhale. Great. That's that. That's the unlock. So you would have probably felt that in your buttock. That's what the target was. And then we'll move into this rotation. So this is where we lift the hips and swing and land that hip through and under, so we can take the knee that we drew into the armpit across the side of the body. So just feel that lifting shoulder. We're trying to keep the lifting shoulder quite close to the floor. If you roll over so far that your shoulder comes up, that's not nearly as good as a stretch. So less rotation and try and roll that shoulder down. And here we are now. We can just work with the breath. Feel how the top hip wants to roll back towards the floor as you inhale. And then yield, rolling over as you exhale. A couple more of those. Nice big breath in. The hip rolls back towards the floor on inhalation. And then yields and rolls over as you exhale. Lastly, of those, nice big breath in. The top hip rolls back towards the floor. Before yielding, drifting over as you exhale. Great. That's all we're doing. So roll that extended arm over the body to exit us from there. And then we're all done. And that's 4 out of our opening 5. The last one we're going to do is a stretch for deep in the buttock. It's called the Piriformis. It's a really big connector of the legs up into the hips. One of the things about this piriformis muscle is, piriformis muscle slash ligament connector, is that sometimes in some bodies, the sciatic nerve can run right through the piriformis. So if your piriformis, which can just be naturally tight, if it is tight, it can be clenching down very firm and hard on the sciatic nerve, which can be the cause of a lot of sciatic nerve problem, pain for people. If that's your circumstance, if you've got a tight piriformis and your sciatic nerve runs through the piriformis, doing these stretches might give you a lot of sciatic pain relief. I hope that's not you, but if you do experience sciatic pain relief, this might really work for you. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a foot to the outside of the knee, and then wrap the opposite arm around the leg. So it's my left leg and my right arm. So holding hand to hand, we're just going to draw the knee in towards the body. Now, depending on how tight you are, this stretch might be the one for you, or you might want to take the next upgrade in the sequence, which is to fold that leg back towards you. So the leg that was straight, we fold that back to the bottom. The key point here is to make sure that you've got a foot on one foot on each side of your body. And again, we're just wrapping opposite arm to leg. And then we're just going to follow the breath. So as you take a big breath in, lift the chest as you inhale, and then allow the leg to come towards the body as you exhale. Another one of those. Lift the chest on inhalation. Feel for the tightening in the buttock as you inhale, and then allow the leg to come towards you as you exhale. On this inhaling breath, sit forward. Take the lumbar spine forward as you inhale, and then allow the leg to come towards you as you exhale. The last thing we're going to do is we're going to rotate the shoulders. So in a moment, we're going to look around behind the hip of the raised leg side. So take a breath in. And as you exhale, just allow the shoulders to rotate as you drift around, looking around behind the hip of the raised leg side. Feel how the stretch moves in the buttock of the raised leg side. That's it. That's the stretch. Well, that's what we're doing today. So that was my left leg and my right arm. Now we'll move on to the second side. So we're going to do right leg and left arm. Now, Interestingly, you may well find that this second side is more difficult. The body loves to do the easy side first, even if you don't know which bit, what particular part I'm going to be stretching, your body will take you to the easy side first. Okay, off we go again. Nice big breath in, lift the chest as you inhale. Yield the leg towards you as you exhale. Really tiny relaxation movements. Another nice big breath in, lift the chest as you inhale. And then yield. Feel the leg coming towards you as you exhale. Sit forward on the sitting bones as you inhale. So take the lumbar spine forward as you inhale. And yield the leg towards you as you exhale. The last thing we're going to do is we're going to rotate looking around behind the hip of the raised leg side. So take a nice big breath in. And then as you exhale, allow the shoulders to rotate and feel for the movement of the stretch in the buttock of the raised leg side. Okay, that's it. So I hope you felt some of those relaxation processes as the body released and relaxed, and we followed that relaxation on the exhaling breath. Well, your mind and your brain is just fully engaged with that, and that helps the down ramp of the frequency oscillations that the frequency oscillations of the brain. That's where we get calmness from. Okay, so let me just go over a few things. If it feels wrong, it is wrong. Don't go to a place that you're not comfortable with. And let me know if something's not working for you. So contact me if if something doesn't feel right or you don't understand what the cues are we're doing here. Bye now.